What's up, guys? MrVerry, aka Adronus here, and today I am bringing you something that I consider to be pretty special. It's the 20th video that I've done, so I wanted to do it in a really cool place. So I decided that we would go to Ferumbras Citadel and explore it in its entirety. Um, Dakillion, my guild leader, is the one with me. And as you can see, we hop through bunch of fire elementals, dragon lords, demons, behemoths. It's a pretty crazy spot. For those of you who don't know, Ferumbras, it goes way back in Tibia history, and actually was one of the GMs on just a super strong character that used to raid Thias. But yeah, you can see. Anyways, enough about that. And now they make him a boss who spawns at the top of this citadel at times. So you can see I'm SDing the behemoth to drop it pretty quickly. Dakillion is handling the demon for me so that I don't take too much damage. Drop the 1B, he's got the demon. We got the random guy on the Midnight Panther, like, but that was hilarious. We were both like, who the hell is this guy? Yeah, so I just had two behemoths and a demon on me there. That was a little scary. Warlock and a Behe on me and all the fire elementals. I'm going to avalanche to take care of those fire elementals and do damage to both the behemoth and the demon. Dakillion has made it so that one of the warlocks is targeting him. There's two. And I start focusing on the demon. He starts focusing on the warlock. I believe, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start running because I got waved by the lock. So I've got a demon and a lock on me, and just SDing the demon, avalanching when there's fire elementals so that there's room to run and so that they're not dealing that extra damage. Also, that'll take out any warlock stone golems, which is helpful. You just using SDs and alternating between SDs and icicles on demons, pretty typical stuff. And now looting. Yep. So, pretty much, we had a good time doing this. But unfortunately, we looted absolutely nothing. We looted a tower shield. That's it, out of everything. I mean, I got a couple, like, perfect behemoth fangs, but that's it. So, yeah. It is one of the warmest days here in upstate New York, guys. I am sweating. We need to get the air conditioner in. Dropping SDs on the Behe real quick. It's nice when him and I are targeting the same thing because we kill it very quickly, and you know that makes it all the easier to get through. It took us a total of 21 minutes and 30 seconds to beat, quote unquote, every single floor of Ferumbras Citadel. So now we go downstairs, and downstairs contains serpent spawns, which are weak to fire and energy, and it also contains hydras and liches. So I put on my gill legs for the extra magic level, and also because everything down here uses earth damage. Okay, he's gonna run ahead, gets a serpent spawn on him, and a lich. I start using explosions in order to deal damage to both of them. He uses mass sand to deal damage to all of them as well, takes out the lich. Yeah, as you can see, we really run through here for the most part. On the higher levels, it does start to get a little bit freakier, but for here, it's good. Oh, and we get a Ring of Healing. We get a Ring of Healing, too. That's nice as well. So Ferumbras wasn't spawned, obviously, but we do end up going into Ferumbras' room, and you'll notice that Dakillion says something pretty funny when he runs on Ferumbras' throne when we have like 6 demons in the room with us. Right now, I'm switching my equipment out to be ready for what's upstairs, which is behemoths, liches, demons, and dragon lords. And I believe we're gonna get rushed by 2 liches, a behemoth, and maybe a demon at first. I'm not sure. There, yep, that close. So I avalanche, obviously, to try to deal damage to everything as quickly as possible. And then focus on the behemoth. Another behemoth runs out. Yeah, there's a lot of creatures here. It is stock full. Unfortunately, once you enter, first off, you have to go to Adron, ask Zoltan for permission to enter, pay 500 gold, and then once you leave, if you want to re-enter, you need to do that again. So that's kind of a pain in the ass about getting here. Actually, when we showed up here, Dakillion thought that he had gone and talked to Zoltan, but he hadn't, so I had to sit around and wait for him to go pay for permission. So, just running through Behemoth. You know. Still shit for loot. And the demon. And you can tell that at least one of those fire elementals was not a summon, because demons only summon 1 fire elemental at a time. I get a nice E-wave in there to deal damage to both the Dragon Lord and the demon. He's constantly using sand and his assassin stars. I'm alternating between icicles and SDs. So, what's been up, guys? I hope you enjoyed my last video as well. I've really started to think about featuring people in videos more often. I know that I featured Venom in my 7 Dead Pharaohs video, but I don't know. I just think it's a lot more fun because then I can actually go to areas that, I mean, I can come here by myself, but it's not exactly safe. I would rather have either a high level RP or EK. Either way. So this floor is filled with behemoths, liches, and warlocks. It is a little fun. This is actually probably my favorite floor. I would choose to hunt here. I might hunt here sometime, actually. So, we get the warlock in the corner. I explosion to get him on invis. SD. Another warlock. I curse him so that if he goes invisible, we'll know where he is immediately. A behemoth runs up, and Dakillion, naturally, being the tank that he is, gets in front, starts taking the hits. We made short work of the behemoth, and onto the warlock. Yeah, I was stupid there. I just accidentally shot an icicle because my SD and my icicle keys are side by side. And more liches. Par for the course. Mass sand, that works really well against liches and against warlocks, so it's nice that he has that. Now, a lot of you probably thought that my 20th video would be part 2 of the Vicious Vats video, but I haven't gotten around to actually doing the audio commentary for that yet, and there's like another 60 minutes of footage, so that's 60 minutes of me, you know, just sitting here talking, and I have to set time aside to actually do that, and I just haven't yet. I will release it as soon as possible. Yeah, you can see this place is stock full of warlocks. There's one there, and there's another one behind him that's invisible. Luckily, paladins and sorcerers destroy warlocks. Um, Take out the lich because all the bone beasts are quite a nuisance. Um, Warlocks are actually weak to holy and physical, and they're neutral to death, so it works out. About halfway through. And the behemoth runs onto me. I run behind Dakillion to pull it onto him, because why not? He's the tank. And just using icicles. Of course, no loot. More behemoths. Yeah, see the portal in the room to the left? Once you go through there, you cannot come back out. And that portal takes you upstairs to a floor filled with dragon lords and demons. And let me tell you, it is a rough floor. It's definitely not something you want to do unless you're if you're, solo at least, unless you're a very high level. I wouldn't feel comfortable going in there solo. So I love having a paladin with us because when the lock starts to run, he can just ethereal spear or exoricon, whichever you know it as, and kill it even if it's off screen. And I explosion to make it uninvisible immediately. Yeah, out of all those warlocks, not a single skull staff. It's hard to believe. They have a 6% chance of dropping a skull staff, and we killed that many and didn't get a single one. We really got screwed on loot luck here. But then again, there's some videos where the loot luck is crazy, so you win some, you lose some. It's just typical. Right now, we were just discussing our plan of action, what we wanted to do, what our strategy was going to be when we go upstairs to take on the room filled with demons and dragon lords. And I am walking back to check a body because I thought that I saw some good loot, but probably didn't. So onward we go. Now I think when we get up there, he's got like 2 dragon lords, a fire elemental, and a demon on him at the same time. Now I wait for a second for him to actually go through and give me the okay, because it is that serious of a... Yeah, he actually had 3 dragon lords on him and 1 demon. So I start spamming avalanches and he mass sands so that we can AoE and deal as much damage as possible. Take out... There's 3 dragon lords down and the only loot of the hunt, which is a tower shield. And pull the demon onto Dakillion. You'll notice I'm wearing my dwarven legs for this part, and that's because there's no mana drain and speed isn't a huge factor, and also nothing uses earth, so I would rather use the dwarven legs for the physical protection. And Yeah, so I'm not sure what exactly I want to do next. Dakillion and I were actually talking about hunting the beginning of the Pits of Inferno quest, and no, not the Dragon Lords, but the spot with Hellfire Fighters, Dark Torturers, Defilers, Destroyers, um, that spot. This was a little scary because I started lagging really bad, and there was a demon on the left, and I thought he was gonna go get stuff in the north. So, alright, so we got a demon and a dragon lord. I'm gonna start explosioning as I always do. Use explosions to take them both out quickly, and by not using an avalanche, I don't have to deal any damage to him. Demon's almost down. So, you guys can obviously see why this room is not for the faint of heart. I mean, it's not like you can just come in here and run around and do as you please. You really gotta take it easy. There were a couple times I was a little nervous. So, icicling the Dragon Lord down. Nothing too big. And of course, asking the demons to just get through it, and icicling occasionally when I'm feeling stingy. Yeah, it's hard to believe out of all these strong-ass creatures we killed with good loot rates that we didn't get shit. I mean, we got a drop from the one thing that hardly ever drops anything, which is Dragon Lords. Dragon Lords are usually terrible for loot, as far as percentage. So, I'm just kind of dicking around here. I open the book and look at it, just look in the bookshelf, see what's there. So you have to flip that switch, and then there's another room on the southwest side, and you need to flip that switch as well to get into Ferumbras room. And we are about to do that. Um, Takes a little bit of planning. So that's what we're doing now, is just discussing what we actually want to do and how we're going to go about it. I also find out that the only energy ring I have left has 56 seconds on it. Oh, and a demon shows up. That's right. Yeah. Forgot about that. Just spawns behind me. But yeah, so the only energy ring I have left has 56 seconds, which is completely useless. Um, so he actually luckily had an energy ring with like 8 minutes on it that I popped on when I run into Ferumbras' room. A whole stealth ring, woohoo. And in Ferumbras' room, there are a bunch of pillars, kind of like in the Pharaoh rooms, like the magic throwers and the shredder throwers. They're similar to that, except for they all summon one demon, and even if you kill the demon, it'll respawn immediately. Um, that's for when Ferumbras is actually there. That way, people can't just pick off all of the demons and then take out Ferumbras by himself. No, you have to fight Ferumbras while he has like 5 or 6 demons around him. So, I figure out that my energy, right here is where I figure that out. And we're gonna swap. Yeah, I actually had a really good time doing this. Wasn't sure how long it was going to take. I'm actually surprised we did it in only 21 minutes. I thought it would take a little bit longer than that. But also, the downstairs was not fully spawned. I think the dude on the Panther was actually hunting that floor. So, that probably gave us a little leeway. Alright, so then he gives me the proper energy ring. He's about to run in and get most of the demons on him, and then I will follow. We're going to do a little circle around the room so we can show the viewers, and then it'll be over. And just to mock Ferumbras, of course, Dakillion goes on his throne and says some ridiculous shit like, I am the subway dick king, or something along those lines. And he forgot to pull that lever, so I went and pulled it for him so we could actually get in. And here we go. So you can see the Egyptian looking pillars are what summons the demons, and that there was like 6 in the room, and you saw him run on the throne real quick. And I'm going to end the commentary here, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.